Hey girl, hey. Welcome to the Drama House. Lady Drama speaking. How are you doing today? So, I don't know about you, but I kept hearing about this survey, something that the Sims 4 team apparently distributed last week, I think. And I was like, yeah, I had FOMO. I had to know what this was all about, honey. And so, of course, I went on the Sims community website to find out more about this survey because apparently this one was a very short version. It just had like a couple of questions. And the main point of the survey was for them to understand why people are fleeing The Sims 4. I know it's a slow news day. I'm a little bit late on the topic, and I have to say that I was completely unaware until I read some messages in the live chat during our wonderful live streams. If you haven't joined any of them yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, honey. Come on, join us every Monday and Thursday because we talk a lot in there. Not only do we game, but we also talk. So make sure you join the live chat. But in there, some drama friends were in fact mentioning this survey, and I want to know more about it, and I want to share some thoughts, and then I want to hear your thoughts. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is the article from the Sims community from August the 12th. Another Sim 4 player survey has surfaced, this time focusing on players who feel disconnected with the game. Okay, so this is the first, them showing you their user agreement and all of that. But this is where the tea is at. Which of the following, if any, were reasons you stopped playing or have taken a break from The Sims 4? I mean, this doesn't sound like new content to me.
Whatever that means. It's getting weird.
I obviously, again, am late for this survey and I did not receive this survey, nor did I take it, but I'm curious to see the options we have here. I would rather play other games, content updates, ignore communities I cared about. I felt like I had done everything there was to do. The game was feeling outdated. I ran out of ideas of what to do in The Sims 4. I mean, I haven't read all the options yet, but I truly hope that there's one that says I've already spent 1K in the game and I'm bored. Mods I liked stopped working or weren't updated. Okay. The game lacks options that reflect my culture or background. I do not have time to play. I was not able to play the storylines that I wanted to. Many people would have to answer to this one with I was not able to play the game, period. The game felt too repetitive. I had too many issues with game performance, bugs, technical functions. Okay, here it is. Thank you. Thank you for including this point. I was frustrated by the number of DLCs. Okay, thank you. Thank you for this point as well. The content was not relevant to me. CC or mods became too hard to manage. My hardware technical situation changed. There are not enough free updates. Okay, I played too much and needed a break. The diversity in the game lacks the depth I'm looking for. Storylines and gameplay don't reflect my values or lifestyles. What? I do not enjoy the graphics of art style. I could not create a sim that felt like me. None of the above. Okay, some of them are like when I used to work in corporate, sometimes I would have to create surveys or even questionnaires, like tests, to test the knowledge during, for example, a training for work. And I remember that sometimes I would do these multiple options and I would put some options that were completely wrong. Like they didn't make any sense within the context of the question. And that was to at least understand if somebody had like a basic knowledge of what the topic was, and for sure they wouldn't go for that one. If they went for that one, it would have been a little bit like, girl, what are you doing? This is completely irrelevant to the topic right now. And some of these answers look like that to me. They wanted to make a big list and then they were like, oh, let's insert some reason like storylines and gameplay don't reflect my values or lifestyle. If by not reflecting my values or lifestyle, they mean that I do not condone in a family. Yeah, okay. In that case, this answer makes sense.
And
I feel that they could have, gone a little bit deeper in these reasons with what the community has actually been saying. Although some points are good and I'm happy they're there, like I was frustrated by the number of DLCs, it's kind of again like implicit message of what your answer really means because there's no clear, the amount of time, the amount of money I've invested in this game is not up to standards. That would be like what ultimately sums it up for me. Together with stuff like I felt like I had done everything there was to do. Okay, yeah, or ran out of ideas of what to do in The Sims 4, which to me, and of course this is my subjective point of view. You can absolutely share your take. Let me know. I want to know. But from my perspective, running out of ideas of what to do in The Sims 4 personally, it's not a problem. The problem is the execution of my ideas, unless I want to do like a little soap opera thing where I just like take pictures of them or film them and then kind of create the connections on my own, enhancing my storytelling from game to, I don't know, a YouTube video, for example. But otherwise, it's pretty hard to see things come to life because the main structure of the game is so shaky and breaking that it's really hard to enjoy content that comes after a certain landmark. I'm also speaking as a brokey who doesn't have all the expansion packs, like especially the latest ones. So that's absolutely a biased perspective, but that's my take on this survey. Low-key, I also wish that I had had the chance to answer because I would have loved to send my feedback on it. And then, as they say here in the Sims community website, the second part of the player survey focuses solely on collecting players' personal information, race, ethnicity, gender, and sexual orientation. I think this is like data collection based, and you can always prefer not to answer to these questions. So I think that's perfectly fine. So then the Sims community writes, why is this Sims 4 survey relevant? Electronic Arts has pushed out multiple official Sims 4 surveys over the last couple of weeks. We had an official animation survey 2 weeks ago asking about which core animations we want to see improved. Oh, I also missed on that one. I need to get faster on my news cycle, The latest third Sims 4 player survey could be used to gain extra statistics and information about prioritizing future Sims 4 game updates, considering it focuses solely on the player's reason for distancing from the game and their private information. So yeah, this is just getting data on why you're distancing yourself from the game, basically from The Sims 4. I would have wished, now that I'm looking at it again, but I mean, of course, the Lulu take, because they would never do this. But can you imagine if they put one option that said, I've been enjoying oldest titles from the franchise? Girl, they should have put that in. I mean, wasn't the Sims team the same team that just not too long ago re-released The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection and The Sims 1? So why wouldn't they want to know that? And that could be a fair reason. I mean, they must have seen that people did purchase the re-released games. The Sims 3 is available on the Sims, on EA Play Store, whatever. You can purchase it there. So why can't players express the fact that they are playing something else? Let me specify that I've been playing past chapter. I think that could have been a useful piece of information to have there. I was curious to see the options that we had in this survey. I really do think that maybe they need to make a decision for, I don't know, the next X amount of months. I don't know, like the next 6 months on where to put their efforts. And maybe they want some extra data to back up certain decisions. And so they are sharing this survey with players. But I don't know, I'm taking this with a grain of salt. Maybe had we had a couple more questions and answers that were a little bit, more focused on the issues that by now they must know. They must know that players have certain issues with the game because they see it in their comment section, like anywhere. And I guess maybe they can tell from customer behavior, like purchase behavior. I have no clue. This is a little bit all over the place and it's a little bit superficial, in my opinion. But if this is like the start of a change in behavior from the Sims 4 team, honey, I'm here for it. So one can always hope. But again, let me know what you think. Maybe you were able to take this survey and you want to share what you thought. I'm here for it. So spill the tea in the comments, baby. Join me by hitting the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed going through this recent survey with me, you can leave a like. I would really appreciate it. Thank you again for stopping by. This is the Drama House. My name is Lady Drama, and I hope I'll see you very soon.